Hello. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to receive updates when we upload new videos. This is the all-new 2021 Volkswagen Golf 1.5 eTSI in moonstone grey color. Electric mobility for all, Volkswagen is launching 5 electrified Golf models. Volkswagen Golf eTSI generating 150 PS powered by the brand's first 48 volts mild hybrid drive. The engines are as efficient as they are powerful, and thanks to an additional electric boost they offer an extraordinarily good performance when moving off. A further 48-volt mild hybrid version will be added in 2021. A 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox is always on board as standard. All Golf eTSI models will be available to order in the Life, Style and R-Line equipment versions. At the front, you'll notice a bit more change. The headlights are shapelier than before, and the radiator grille slimmed down almost to the point of not being there at all. At the rear, the brake lights are a little more chamfered than before, and both they and the headlights are now standard fit LED units. Step inside and you'll notice some bigger changes. While the previous Golf had already sprouted big screens and gained optional digital dials, this one gets a standard fit 10-inch TFT screen in front of the driver, with an optional head-up display projecting onto the windscreen. More significantly, the central infotainment screen is now larger and sits higher up, blending in with the main instrument screen, rather in the manner of the Touareg SUV's interior. Sadly, there are a few bum notes here. The infotainment screen has a cheap-looking plastic surround, which, in bright lights, looks awful. On top of that, VW's quest to eliminate physical buttons from the cabin has made some functions a little more awkward than they should be, and things such as gesture control are as useless a gimmick as ever. The new infotainment is impressively slick and, while, as with all such modern systems, it takes a bit of getting your head around, it's generally pretty easy to use and certainly looks impressive as it swooshes between menus. The non-digital aspects of the cabin are good too. Aside from that cheap-looking screen surround, everything else looks and feels impressively well made, and the seats a little short of fantastic, squishy enough to feel like a favorite armchair, but firm enough to be supportive. Rear seat space is basically identical to that of the MK7 Golf, which means it's fine, while the 380-litre boot is decent, if not class-leading. One quibble: VW is making much of the DSG automatic gearbox's new toggle switch gear selector, which looks cool, and is rather enjoyably tactile to use. It's supposed to free up extra storage space on the center console, but actually, because the buttons for engine stop-start, parking brake, auto hold and the P function of the gearbox are so large, it actually only frees up a tiny bit of space, in the shape of a small, shallow storage tray. Hardly worth the effort, even if it does look good. In theory, the eTSI system should work best around town, where it can activate the stop-start system earlier, and keep it on longer. It will also shut down the engine and allow you to coast for a few seconds at a time on the motorway, so Volkswagen's chosen test route was clearly not designed to show the engine at its best. It's tempting to simply, at this point, write, "It's a Golf," and leave it at that. It tells you everything you need to know. Volkswagen wasn't going to take any major chances with the new Golf, but it has honed making its family 5-door to a fine art. This is all the car you'll ever need, and it's as good as it ever was. The only question mark is whether it represents a big enough step forward compared to the quite brilliant MK7 Golf.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Subscribe to Auto TV.